Hey, this is Paul with BuyTruckWheels.com. Got some Alcoa wheels here today. I'm going to show you a few different things here. We're going to talk about 22 5x9 and then kind of show you the Durabrite as well. So kill a couple birds here with one stone. So what we've got here, 22 5x9. This is mostly going to be for your 315 80R 22.5 tire. The reason most often you're going to go up to a 22 5x9 wheel is you need load carrying capacity. Sometimes also you want a little flotation, a little wider tire, but most of the time it's going to be to get that extra width is to add capacity. Both of these are going to be rated over 10,000 pounds a piece. Doesn't necessarily mean that the tire you choose is going to be 10,000 pounds. Usually it's at least 9,000, but so if you've got a 18,000 or 20,000 pound axle, this is probably where you need to be on the 22 5x9 wheels. So we'll kind of get into it. As you can see, there are two different options. Both of these wheels are hub pilot, going to have the flat bolt holes, 285 millimeter pattern, and it's going to use a flat nut with a washer. You'll see the main difference we're looking at here is the offset. So this is what we call kind of an all-purpose wheel. Now these wheels, we're displaying the Durabrite version today, but they do come in their regular high polish as well. That's polished on both sides. So this is an all position wheel. As you can see, the face domes out like a normal dual wheel, and this one actually does come polished on the deep side as well. We're just showing it today here as a steer, but this one could be spun around, dualed up, in a really heavy load application on a rear. But this would be, as it's shown as a front. So as like I said, the face domes out. What that's going to do is tuck more wheel and tire underneath the truck or bus or RV, whatever you're using. A lot of fire trucks use these, trash trucks, heavy dump trucks. So it's going to tuck more wheel and tire underneath. Could possibly cause some issues in turning, but really popular is going to keep it tucked underneath the truck. We're going to show you the other option here. This is what we call it kind of a flat face. If you actually look, if you were to lay a straight edge over here, the disc face is going to set in about an inch from the actual outside lip of the wheel. We call it a flat face just as a kind of a slang term. But yeah, it actually sets in about an inch. What this one is going to be good for, if you're not sure if you have enough clearance, maybe you're retrofitting a truck coming from a regular dual wheel, and you're not sure if this guy is going to have enough clearance on the inside, then you can go with this offset, pushes the wheel and tire out a little bit, gives you a little more clearance. Now, as you can see, depending on the length of your axle, it may push it out a little bit. You might have to get some fender flares or something to keep it from throwing dirt, mud, and stuff. But this is probably more common than this wheel. With that offset, gives people plenty of clearance. A lot of questions that we get asked on the 22 5x9 is, I want bigger holes. As you can see, these are a little smaller compared to your normal 22 5x8 1/4. Reason for that is the number one reason why you're using these is the weight capacity. The more metal you cut out, the capacity drops. So on all of these 22 5x9s, you're going to find smaller vent holes, and just the nature of the beast, you can't really cut out more metal and keep that capacity. So that is a question we get quite often, but that's why you have to have the smaller holes. Going back to some kind of specialty uses on this guy, this is mainly used on big buses, motor coaches, transit buses, things like that, where you're using a heavy duty axle and you want a bigger tire, more capacity. One thing to always check is your bolt pattern. This wheel is made also in kind of a European style. So if you've got one of those big chassis and you're looking to get some new wheels, that's fantastic. We'd love to help you out, but we've got to just double check bolt pattern. Sometimes you'll spin this around. This can go on a pusher axle. A lot of different combinations of how this wheel can be used. So we just, if we ask you a bunch of questions, please don't get annoyed. We're just trying to make sure you get the right wheel. That is your 22 5x9. As you can see, It's a mirror finish wheel, and then it has the Durabrite protective finish. So this guy you can hose off with just a light soap and water. It's gonna stay shiny. Now, when you get a Durabrite wheel out of the box, it may not be quite the mirror pop that you're gonna see on a bare wheel, but it's gonna look like this, you know, for years and years to come. You're in an area with a lot of road salt, you know, you're in scrap yard, stuff like that. The Durabrite is just an amazing product. It gets dirty, you hose it off, light soap and water, and you're back to your original finish. So some guys, if it's a show truck, may not love the Durabrite because it doesn't quite pop like a bare, you know, mirror finish wheel, but it's going to stay looking like this with very, very little effort. So if you do have one of those, you know, $1 million buses, and you want to spend your time, you know, at the races or whatever you're doing, not messing with your wheels, the Durabrite is great for that. Part number, so we've got 89U 641DB. If you're looking for the deep side, 89U 642DB, or just the regular high polish both sides is 89U 647. Now the U in that is Alcoa's lightweight MagnaForce alloy. So compared to other brands, you're gonna be, you know, physical weight on the Alcoa wheel is gonna be less, it's gonna weigh less, but still give you that same capacity when they use that proprietary MagnaForce alloy. On this one, you have 89U 631DB, and then if you just want the high polish, no Durabrite, it's 89U 637. Again, both of these numbers in the high polish or the Durabrite, we sell a ton of. Like I said, this one is kind of more common. One other kind of niche use for this guy, a lot of car haulers, or if you do want a lower profile tire with more flotation, that 295/60 22.5 does give you quite a bit of capacity, lower profile, and a lot of car haulers use this wheel with that tire. Not quite the same capacity as the 315, but high capacity and get that flotation. So any questions, let us know here at BuyTruckWheels.com. Love to help you out, and we'll see you on the road.